Let you all open all your three eyes.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
In this sacred manual of power manifestation, which serves as a scriptural authority containing the Shastra Pramanas, eternal unchangeable truths, Apta Pramanas, Atma Pramanas, Sakshi Pramanas, and Prataksha Pramanas, we present to you the various powers of Paramashiva. By this, we place before humanity the supreme authenticity of the power manifestation science established by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashiva has systematically revealed these powers in their purest forms as various techniques and revelations to experience pure oneness with Paramashiva. As a direct experience of oneness with Paramashiva, his Shaktis powerfully manifest in an initiated being at different levels of human consciousness, physicality, physiology, psychology, and neurology permanently. We offer these power manifestation manuals to celebrate your experience of oneness with the Supreme Paramashiva. Nithyanandam.
Nithyanandam, Jnana Paddhati Manual, under the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is power manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself explaining what is power manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, playing with life, playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Now let's understand who is Paramashiva. Bhagavan himself has beautifully explained the Paramashiva in all of us.
Paramashiva does manifestation, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation. He resides in his supreme Paramashiva Swarupa as Ajomuha or Adhomuha, unborn, beyond form, formlessness. Is Paramashiva Swarupa. That Paramashiva Swarupa manifests with these 5 faces as Sadashiva, Tatpurusha, Vamadeva, Ahora, Satyojata, Ishana. 5 faces he manifests and does the Panchakritya, Srishti, manifestation, Sthiti, sustenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Trobhava, pulling out of delusion, Anugraha, liberation. Understand? He does all these 5 jobs. Through these 5 phases. Now listen carefully. Tatpurusham, Vamadevam, Satyojatam, Ahoram, Ishanam. These 5 phases does Panchakrityas. Each phase, each dimension is not just one F-A-C-E phase, P-H-A-S-E phase. It's not just F-A-C-E, P-H-A-S-E. Understand? The creation, not just creation getting created, even sustenance need to be created, destruction need to be created, and pulling out of delusion need to be created, liberation need to be created. Then creation, manifestation need to be maintained. Maintenance, sthiti itself need to be maintained. Destruction, samhara, the rejuvenation need to be sustained, maintained when it is happening. Pulling out of delusion, trobhava, need to be maintained when it is happening. And anugraha, liberation, need to be maintained when it is happening. Those micromilliseconds when it is happening. So understand, Satyojata Murti as 5 phase, Ishana Murti as 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti as 5 phase, Agora Murti has 5 phase, Tatpurusha Murti has 5 phase. So, Tatpurusha Murti as is 5 phase, Agora Murti has is 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti has is 5 phase, Satyojata Murti has his 5 phase, Ishana Murti has his 5 phase. All these 5 Murtis, 5 phases put together is 25 phases of Mahasadashiva.
Bhagavan beautifully explained Paramashiva. Now, who is His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is a reviver of Kailasha, the ancient Enlightenment civilization, the great cosmic borderless nation. Is an avatar from and is a Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam has made Science of Power Manifestation Yoga temple-based university for humanity, Sovereign Order of Kailasha, led by His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam and Nithyananda Order of Monks, Nuns, Hindu diasporas are working for global peace to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. Nithyananda Hindu University, world's largest with extended campus in 150 countries, is collecting, organizing, preserving, time capsuling, decoding, spreading and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism and 64 sacred arts, science like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, astrology, Vastu, and many more. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam is 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shamalapita Sarvanyapita, ancient apex body of Hinduism and present emperor of Suryavamsa Surangi Swamrajyam. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam has survived the worst persecution of multiple assassination attempts on person and character by anti-Hindu elements. Beautifully, Bhagavan now explains who is His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Everything is infinitely powerful. You realize your potentiality. You establish yourself in the completion, space of completion. You are God, that's all. All of us are gods. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting and the skin of this body. Both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. Sangha is a place where the tattvas are taught to you, and till it becomes satya, you are supported. Akhadas are basically founded by Sadashiva himself. All is ganas, Shiva ganas. Exactly the word gana means. In your length, breadth, depth, if you are filled by Shiva, you are Shiva gana. All the Shiva ganas formed the first Akhada. Later on, much later, Kapila Muni organizes Mahanirvani Akhada. Then all other Akhadas. As Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. What I am teaching is from original Agamas Yogapada. The science very clearly declares, Sadashiva is very clear, manifestation of these powers happen when you experience oneness with Sadashiva. choose your guru, the best thing is find a person who is enlightened, experienced, who can play with energy, who can directly transmit experience to you, and who is in tune with the original Shastras, the source of the knowledge. All the revealed scriptures available about the yoga directly by Sadashiva for you to do research, study, practice, question the people who teach.
The science of power manifestation is a gift to the humanity, which is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. Diksha, or the initiation from His Divine Holiness, Nithyananda Paramashivam, makes the science directly an experience for the initiates. The experience is directly authenticated by the Pramanas. The Shastra Pramanas, the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Veda and Agamas. The Apta Pramanas, the experience of the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamars, Alvars, and Siddhars, who are the authority of Hinduism, who have scientists who time-tested and verified the science of power manifestation. The Atma Pramanas are the avatar who land on the planet Earth to give a superconscious breakthrough to humanity. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar, personal experience of power manifestation. Shakshi Pramanas, or the experience of the millions of disciples, devotees, and followers initiated into the science of power manifestation by Bhagavan himself. Pratyaksha Pramanas, or the scientific studies which can be measured, measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state.
Nithyananda Jnana Paddhati for the power of third eye. Powerful cognition from Bhagavan Satsang. The problem with the society and societal structure is that they become exclusive. Good society should be inclusive. Today in the West as well as in other places, including India, if we have money or power, we are respected. Does anyone rebel against that? No. How can we call the society advanced or progressive when its critical aspect is respect on the money? By that logic, I would have been denounced that I have born in any other country other than India. For nearly 10 years, I was homeless. For 9 years, I had to travel length breadth of India without carrying money. I never bought train ticket, never paid the meal, lodging. People welcome me and offer me transportation, shelter, food. In West, I would have been locked up in jail or a shelter. When you have seen the homeless person approaching your car, in the USA, you instantly raise the window and lock the doors. You're so afraid. In India, anyone afraid of the beggars coming and standing in front of them? Why? There is acceptance of people. In the West, they say that acceptance is weakness, not violence. How strange societal values have become. More respect a person only when you are afraid of him. We cannot evolve unless there is a fundamental change in our thinking. We have come to a stage where negative qualities are hallmark of respectability and violence and aggression never wins. Acceptance and compassion do. Bhagavan beautifully says how violent and aggression has increased so much and how we need to get back to our acceptance and compassion. Let's go to the Shastra Pramana.
7. सर्वतः स्वशरीरस्य द्वादशान्ते मनोलयात् दृढबुद्धे दृढीभूतं तत्त्वलक्ष्यं प्रवर्तते सर्वतः स्वशरीरस्य द्वादशान्ते मनोलयात् दृढबुद्धेर्दृढीभूतं तत्त्वलक्ष्यं प्रवर्तते.
Bhagavan in Vijnana Bhairava Sutra 50 Dharana 27, Bhagavan Parameshwara says, from all sides one Dvadashanta in your body, such as a center between your eyebrows. Just dissolve your mind in the third eye with a strong, constant, restful awareness. That person who does is the Drida Buddhi, one who is established in the firm strength of undivided awareness. Just like the flame undisturbed by hair, to whom the characteristics of existential reality is of supreme consciousness, appears and manifests firmly, which do not subside at all. Bhagavan here gives us very clearly, twice it is repeated, that undivided awareness and firm strength, strong, constant, restful awareness. So firmly he says how it's very important to have the restful awareness, the inner image being restful awareness, Paramashanta Swarupa, and strong and constant. It's not the stability of the inner image that needs to be very clear. Drida Buddhi. The Buddhi has to reflect the whole consciousness. So it has to be established in the restful awareness rather than what is happening is the restless awareness. Restless, no awareness is happening. Bhagavan says again and again how beautifully they are giving the detail how we need to exist. Drida Buddhi, the only thing which opens up from all sides, take one Dvadashanta. There is, Bhagavan says, 12 energy center. Dvadashanta is the energy center in our body. Such center is between the eyebrows, where the mind can get dissolved. The only way the mind get dissolved, like how it dissolves itself when it goes to the deep sleep and it brings us back to the dream state and wakes us up in the morning, the same way it can take us to the heightened intelligence when we decide that we are going to be authentic, and the mind can just dissolve because we are more powerful. The strength, inner strength that we have established, which is more powerful, and again asserting that as our strength, the inner strength as our ultimate strength rather than the outer world reality. The more and more we go towards the inner strength, the Paramashiva who is in here, who is manifesting my breath, who is manifesting my thoughts, who is manifesting everything in me, which is going to be the strength because he is the one who's manifesting the whole thing. And the mind is just like a mirage which just appears, which is not even true, and which keeps putting us into all the delusion because we tend to believe that it is true. Because that is also again our strong belief on that. That's why Bhagavan says the strong belief on the illusion is very stronger than what we believe in ourselves, who we are. Instead of believing the right, we are believing the wrong and destroying ourselves and everybody. How we used to exist as a higher order thinking, now we don't know what, because everything is from a lower order, low frequency. We don't even understand anything which is happening. We are so confused and chaotic. So he says he has come to give the breakthrough in superconsciousness for humanity to understand how this power manifestation is going to take us to the next way of existing in the humanity. With this powerful cognition, let's move to the Apta Pramana. Apta Pramana for power of answering the life critical decisions. This is from Autobiography of Yogi, chapter 4, page number 52. Paramashiva Yogananda prays to the God, silently asking him to solve his confusion as to whether he need to live life of a worldly man or renounce everything to be a yogi. His prayer gets answered when he sees a sadhu standing just outside his compound wall of the house. Evidently, he had overheard the spiritual conversation between the self-styled Clairvoyant and Yogananda, for a stranger called him to his side. Paramahamsa Yogananda says, I felt a tremendous power flowing from his calm eyes. Son, don't listen to your ignorance. In response to your prayer, the Lord tells me to assure you that your sole path in this life is that of renunciation. With astonishment as well as gratitude, he smiled happily at this decisive message. Paramahamsa Yogananda prays to God silently, and this man outside heard. He was clairvoyant and he heard. And he comes to Yogananda and says, I felt tremendous power flowing from his calm eyes. Yogananda says, he says, don't listen to the ignorance. It's the response of your prayer. The Lord tells me to assure you that your soul path in this life is that of renunciation. He was so astonished and have deep gratitude flowing through him, and he smiled happily at a decisive message. So apt for him, just God sent message. With this, we'll go to Atma Pramana. Atma Pramana are Leelas of Bhagavan. Bhagavan narrates
And with Mahadeva's grace, invoking the presence of all the rishis, I am bringing these great Upanishads to all of you. Every sound, every letter, every word, every line of these Upanishads is vibrant with the powerful cognition. Powerful cognition. The powerful cognition actually still Upanishads keep India alive. It is Upanishad which is the backbone of India. Upanishad is the backbone of concept of Bharat. Upanishads are the backbone of human spiritual aspirations and realizations. All the spiritual aspirations and realizations we have put together is Upanishads. Upanishads are the embodiment of billions of people's millions of years of spiritual realization. Upanishads. There is nothing which is left out in Upanishads. There is not a single word unnecessary in the Upanishads. You can neither edit them nor comment on them. Commentary means something is left unexplained, you need to explain. Editing means something extra is there which is not required. No. No editing is possible, no commentary is possible. Editing is not only not possible, not permissible. commentary is commentary is permissible, but I tell you, it is practically not possible because there is nothing which is unexplained. All commentaries are repetitions or highlighting of some ideas which they wanted to highlight, that's all. Whether it is Shankara, Ramanuja, Madhva, or whoever wrote bhashyas, commentaries. I am telling you, commentaries on Upanishads is not possible. It is permissible as dharmically, but not possible. Maybe Shankara wanted to highlight some concepts which is in the Upanishads, so he highlights in his commentary. Maybe Ramanuja want to organize it in certain way and present it for you to become enlightened. So he highlights some of the things. Highlighting may be possible. Commenting itself is not, because there is nothing left unsaid in these great Upanishads. There is nothing unsaid. Before climbing the Arunachala hill to light the Deepam, those devotees will prostrate in front of the hill and go around and ask him to apologize for climbing by putting the foot on the hill. I am exactly in that mood before entering into Upanishads, before even uttering them through my mouth. I just wanted to surrender to Veda Mata, Upanishads and Upanishadic rishis, that let me not do any disrespect to the satyas, tattvas, words, sounds, the whole Upanishad. Let me just radiate whatever is your intentions. Let it be presented as you all wanted. Because you can't comment on it. See, if there is something is left unsaid, you can comment on it. See, editing is neither possible nor permissible. That's one great thing. All acharyas, even the people who don't accept Hinduism, had the basic ethics of no editing. We may accept or not accept. See, for example, there are some paragraphs in the Upanishads Ramanuja may not accept, but no editing. He never did it. And same way, Charvakas, materialistics, they may not accept some of the verses, but no editing. Even Buddhists who don't accept Vedas, they may not accept some of the Upanishads, but no editing. Honesty and integrity. What an integrity. Same way, the archives of the Shankara Mats, if you go and collect and see the palm leaves of some of the Buddhist sutras, I guarantee it will be 100% truth and exactly as it is. They may not accept Buddhism, but never ever anyone will dare to interpolate, manipulate or add, delete words. This is the original Buddhist Prajnaparamita Sutra. We don't accept, but we won't manipulate. We won't do interpolation. You can go to any Buddhist monastery, university, library and pick up their version of Upanishads. It will be as authentic as the palm leaves you recover from the original Hindu monasteries. There will never be any confusion in the original text. That is something unimaginable integrity. The honesty to Vani, Saraswati, respect to Vani, Saraswati, these Upanishads, which is the lifeline of Vedic tradition.
Manifesting the powers of third eye, Shakti Avashkarna process, Shakshi Pramana are the experience of the millions of disciple devotees all over the world initiated by Bhagwan, manifesting and demonstrating the power of third eye. Here, the Balasense is going to be demonstrating the power of having the answers to the critical decisions.
I want to know what's my block in manifesting wealth.
Okay. So manifesting wealth, what is your block? Right?
What? Yes.
Okay. Now, I request all the viewers who are here, I request both of you also to sit, remember Swamiji in your third eye. I will now be chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, and I request everybody who is viewing this online from various parts of the world through Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Nithyananda TV, to a video conferencing, all of you to sit in that receptive space of oneness, remember Swamiji through your third eye, and all those people who are resonating with the same issue of having a issue or having obstacle in manifesting wealth, you will see that many of your problems will just like that be cleared by the solution that is going to be revealed today. So now I request each of you to sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Remember Swamiji through your third eye and get ready to receive the solution that is going to be revealed by Paramashiva. Yes, ma'am. So now I will tell you what Paramashiva has revealed, and you need to actually listen deeply, because many times this is the most unknown, unexpected component of you that has not been revealed. So give your full listening and listen to it. What was revealed by Paramashiva is your unknown fears about generating wealth and money in your life is the reason why you're not able to manifest wealth in your life. Let me repeat it. Your unknown fears of generating wealth and money in your life is the reason why you're not able to manifest money in your life. Now let me actually explain this to you, because you need to this is like a single precise thing that Paramashiva revealed. I will tell you what that actually means in your life. See, many times in your life, you would have had situations or you would have seen situations where people with higher money, or when people start generating more money, they get into more problems, or they are forced, or they are pushed towards handling huge responsibility. And when it comes to huge responsibility, it affects their day-to-day life, whether it's their health, whether it's their wealth, whether it's their own relationships, whether it's their time that they have, whatever they think is good for them. When they start generating money, You have seen situations and you have started cognizing that if you generate so much of money, then you have to take up so much of responsibility, and that much of responsibility is going to restrict you and bind you in so many ways. And this is precisely the reason why you're not generating the wealth. Are you able to understand this?
Yes. Yes. I am fully understanding this, and it is very true.
Can you relate it with one of some of your examples in your life?
Yes, when I see people that have a lot of money and a lot of responsibility, I feel like they don't have time for family and for, tradition and all of this. And I don't want to lose that family and tradition and spirituality. I don't want to lose that.
Exactly.
And that's why I'm not taking that responsibility to manifest wealth, because I feel like the wealth is taking me away from what
What you
is
really wanted.
precious to me, because family is precious, spirituality is precious, tradition is precious to me. So I see very clearly.
Yes. So it is precisely those unknown fears that you have about generating wealth and money is the reason why you're not manifesting it. Now, the moment I will reveal the powerful cognition now, the moment you apply that powerful cognition in your life, you will see instantly breakthrough happens. Our tradition, our Vedic tradition is not something that you practice for years and then you see a result. It is just a change in the cognition that manifests as reality in your life. So now I will see through my third eye into the eyes of Paramashiva and reveal to you what is the powerful cognition you need to cherish, you need to hold, and what is the Satya Sankalpa you need to take for that change to happen in your life. Yes?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. So now I will reveal what exactly Paramashiva revealed as a solution. It is the cognition resources are infinite because it is powered by consciousness. This is the powerful cognition. Listen again. Resources are infinite because it is powered by consciousness. Let me now explain what this actually means. The moment you have an understanding, see, the main reason in your life why you are having a problem is because the moment you see money, wealth is generated, you forget that it is created from your consciousness. It is a matter that is binding you. The moment you know, see, money is just one resource, health is one resource, various different things are just resources to make what you want as a reality in your life. Now, resources are infinite, which means you have endless amount of resources that you have. It is not that if you don't have money, you're not going to make your life as a reality. You're not going to be able to manifest your reality. It is not stuck with that. Same way, if you don't have something in your life, maybe you don't have health right now in your body, that doesn't justify or that does not put you in a state where you're not able to create a reality. So the first statement, which is resources are infinite, which means for you to manifest your reality, everything is available. Just because something is an obstacle does not mean your reality is not going to happen. What you want is not going to happen. That is the first thing. Second thing, when you understand that everything is powered by consciousness, so even that resource is powered by consciousness. If wealth is a problem, when I have the cognition that it is the consciousness which is in me, which will change the outer world happenings, then that resource will come to me. The moment you feel money is binding, that time you see that money is something which is higher than consciousness. when you just understand that you are consciousness, from that state, when you just look at money, that you understand that that resource of money is powered by consciousness, the obstacle is clear. You're understanding this?
Yes.
Same way with anything you want. The moment you understand that resource is powered by consciousness, it just becomes open. You go over that obstacle. You're getting it, ma?
Yes.
Till the time you feel that it is an obstacle, you don't feel it is consciousness. You feel it is something higher than consciousness. But the moment you feel consciousness is the source of even that matter, you will see that you win it. You are coming over the obstacle.
A beautiful cognition shift for the participant, giving the critical solution. Now let's go to the instruction and pratyaksha pramana for manifesting the power of giving critical decision solutions for the life critical issues.
We will now begin the Pratyaksha Pramana, scientific studies on the avatar. It is important to realize that Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam is the only avatar who has agreed to be scientifically evaluated, both in terms of his own body as well as the changes he brings about in other beings. However, it is astonishing to know that his avataric attributes and powers are exactly as defined by the 5,000-year-old Hindu yogic sciences. After extensive observation and study, now it is being tested and proven by modern science also. So now, let us take a look at how the scientific studies present the measuring of effect of being in the enlightenment state through the very imaging brain activity of Bhagwan himself, Jagat Guru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, whom we lovingly address as Swamiji. Swamiji himself has been subject to scientific studies since year 2004, and over the past decade, enormous amount of data about not only his altered states of neurophysiology, but that of his disciples as well has continued to be recorded. This impressive array of data will be presented systematically now as the Pratyaksha Pramana. Imaging brain activity. The result of Swamiji's PET scan test was stunning. The dominant hemisphere of Swamiji's brain was more than 90% shut down. It was as if Swami's brain had packed up and gone on vacation. It was quiet and still, completely at peace, and Swami had made it so at will. The region, which is starting point of the Anya Chakra or third eye, lower portion of his mesial frontal area, lighted up in a very significant way. When we later asked Swami what he was doing when the mesial frontal lobes lighted up, he said he was opening his third eye. Source taken from Avatar Shastra, Chapter 1 and Introduction, page 47. The third eye is considered to be, by many, seat of the soul. Were we seeing an indication that deep meditation can open an area of the brain responsible for communicating with the divine? Looking deep into the mysteries of self or creation, the PET scan revealed what Dr. Murali calls the brain's D spot, standing for delight, the divine, or even dopamine, the chemical through which our bodies experience pleasure. Initial indications are that meditation can stimulate it.
Dr. R. Murali Krishna, President COO, Integris Mental Health, James L. Hall Jr., Center for Mind, Body and Spirit, Oklahoma in US, and his team invited Nithyananda to derive scientific evidences for meditation and the state of his enlightenment.
Usually the brain is so active, there are 100 billion brain cells there. But what meditation does is something very interesting. It shows the frontal lobes getting more active. The frontal lobe is where you have judgment, wisdom, reasoning. Here are some of the brain scans I'm going to share with you. This is alert, non-meditative state. The second one is 30 minutes into 30 minutes meditation. Look at the frontal lobes, how they light up. They light it up big time. 60 minutes of deep meditation, and here is a deep, deep level of meditation where it lights up significantly right here, right in the middle, probably 1.5 inches, 2 inches deeper.
From time immemorial, it is believed that great masters are always in the state of bliss or causeless happiness. They are unconditionally happy. With modern sophisticated equipments, we are able to detect this truth that dopamine secretion is always abundant in the case of Paramahamsa Nithyananda.
The D really stands for divine spark. The D also stands for delight, and the dopamine as well. What's also interesting is that he could at will go in and out of the state. So we asked Swamiji when he came from the scanning room, when we saw this one, we asked Swamiji, what were you exactly doing when so and so thing happened? He didn't know what was there. He did not see the pictures yet. He said, really interestingly, there were 3 people there, and he said, I opened my third eye. And that's stunning because I learned about third eye as a child, but didn't read about it for a long time, what it is today. But what he said was, I asked him to describe more in detail what does he mean by third eye. And he said, it's a deep meditative state. It's probably very, very deep state. But he said, it looks like a small petal on one side going and joining, another side, another petal comes and join together, and then it becomes the third eye, like a blissful state that you experience when you open third eye. So that's really a very, very interesting and fascinating finding, and we're going to talk about it for a long time.
The title of this paper does not mean that it is possible to close one's eyes and read a newspaper, but it means that a sentence can be read with the eyes closed when that sentence is properly presented to the eyes. It also means that a picture can be seen with closed eyes when a properly prepared picture is presented to the eyes. This is accomplished by making use of the X-rays to stimulate the retina. Everyone can have this retina stimulated by X-rays and see the light. Over 100 observers have been tested and everyone has been able to read letters with closed eyes. The method is extremely simple. The first essential is that the observer must remain in total darkness for 10 minutes. By the time he's able to see light when X-rays strike his retina, he may not be able after 10 minutes to see letters, but he will after 15 minutes in the dark. After 20 minutes, he can see and read the letters and see pictures. Source from Reading with Eye Closed, National Center for Biotechnology Information.
Setting up for the power of manifesting critical decisions. Camera with timestamp, Nithyananda, partner, pencil and paper. Take few moments to set up the camera. Download the timestamp app, click on the video, ensure the time is shown on the screen clearly. Make sure the camera is very wide angle and focusing on your face and the partner's face. It's bright and very quiet place so that you can capture these Shakti Avishkarana beautifully. These are special moments. Do not miss capturing it on your camera. Guidelines to manifest the power. Turn on the video recording. Apply the Jnana in your third eye. Bring the awareness to your third eye. Scan your partner and give some critical decision which the partner has taken in the past. Ask them to say whether it is correct. Then give them the decisions of the future which you're seeing through the third eye. Verify whatever the past decision your partner has gone through, and they can apply the future decisions accordingly. If feeling you're feeling just the energy and you're like only able to see the past, you can still start manifesting the powers of third eye. Verify the video and take the testimonial from your partner and share it with others and listen to others experience this manifestation for entanglement also.
Power manifestation instructions. Let's sit straight, the head, neck and back in a straight line so that beautifully the Kundalini energy raises to the Agnya where the manifestation happens. Usually our awareness is on Muladhara, Swadhisthana and Manipuraha, where navel center, your below navel center. Here, bringing the awareness to your third eye, And sitting straight will give us amazing possibility of power manifestation. Now let's understand few words that Bhagavan is repeatedly using. Shaktipada, oneness, be unclutched, initiation. So here first we will see in Bhagavan's words what is Shaktipada.
Let me give an introduction about what is Shaktipada process. Please understand. You would have seen or heard about how the chicken sits on the egg and hatches. Of course, in the modern countries, this does not happen. Machine sits on the egg and or egg sits on the machine. In those days, originally when hens and chicken were getting produced on the planet Earth, the hen used to sit on the chicken and hen used to sit on the egg and the chicken will come out of the egg. See, same way, Sadashiva, sitting means the ultimate cosmic energy sitting on the individual soul and making the individual soul into cosmic energy is Shaktipada. Hen sitting on the egg and making the chicken happen, same way. You may think, how come, what is going on here? That hen is only sitting just by the body heat of the hen, the egg is becoming chicken. Because no surgery is done and nothing goes inside. It's only sitting. Same way, it is just sitting. It's only the presence. The Shaktipada makes the individual soul into cosmic soul.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained Shaktipada, how individual soul becomes cosmic soul. And let's listen to initiation.
You see, let me explain the initiation. Initiation is the process beyond your intellectual understanding. The transmission of lamp happens. Now, you understood something intellectually. There is something which is not understood, which can't be transmitted through the words. That is transmitted. That's what we call initiation. Sometimes I tell people that unless you are initiated, the techniques do not create the result. The reason is you do not grasp completely whatever is expressed through words. Initiation is like it just transmits whatever need to be transmitted beyond logic and beyond words. People ask me why to wear this bracelet or this mala and all those things. This all will remind you. Why bracelet in the hand? It will remind you, before eating, did you meditate? It's a constant reminder. Before eating, let you be reminded, did you do the meditation? That is why this bracelet. That is why this mala. That is why this external things. Sometimes this external things does a big job of reminding you constantly. That is why take the help of external things also, nothing wrong. People ask me, why we can just be spiritual without having external things? If you can, really you are welcome. But I don't think anybody who speaks in that way is successful. I've never seen people becoming successful, avoiding the external things, just having internal things. And it is just a nice way of escaping from yourself.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained initiation. Let's listen to be unclutched. What is to be unclutched?
The thoughts
Every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched because the gap between two thoughts is too small. The neutral space between the two thoughts is too small. You think all the thoughts are connected and it is in the shared form. It is not. By your very nature, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Between every thought, you experience a neutral space. When you change the gear, whether you go from neutral to 1 or 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 4 to whatever gears you may change, but every time you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to the next gear. Even if you want to go from 2 to 3, you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to 3. Same way, between every thought, you experience a neutral space. You experience a neutral space between every thought. Between every thought. That neutral space, that silence is what I call peace or bliss. The peace which exists, the bliss which exists already in you, between every thought, the gap of the thought, the gap between the thoughts, that neutral space is the peace, is the bliss. When you understand you are unconnected, independent, illogical, and unclutched by your very nature, you will start experiencing the neutral space in you, neutral space which exists in you. You will start living from moment to moment in spontaneity. We need to understand one more thing. This technique of being unclutched, it does miracles in your being. In the body level, or in the mental level, or in the being level. In every level, when you understand the truth, by your very nature, you are unclutched. The tremendous quantum transformation. You take a quantum jump. The transformation happens in quantum, not step by step. Just one jump. You take a quantum jump and experience the truth awakening in you.
The oneness space is the most beautiful space that Bhagavan himself is explaining how we are ferocious. Beyond the tiredness and boredom, we can experience the space of oneness and be unclutched.
Oneness is not imagination. Oneness is not visualization. Oneness is not even just declaration. It is your existence. An idea which is you is oneness. The idea which has become part of your very space, which does not tire you or bore you by the passage of the time, is oneness. Mahadeva says in the Agama, Sadashiva beautifully explains in the Agama, Kala, Yama cannot tire you or bring boredom to you if something becomes your space. Devi achieved the blissful state and union with Mahadeva on Shivaratri day because our space became oneness. Anything which brings tiredness or boredom, has not yet become your space. If living in this body brings you tiredness and boredom, you are not going to be living in this body forever. When that becomes too much, you are going to drop it and move ahead. If you want to be in oneness forever, it should become part of your space. Means you should become ferocious with you and break this very tiredness and boredom. Only when you deal you with the ferociousness, you break the tiredness and boredom. With that ferociousness, you need to make oneness as your space. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level, visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, it just sinks into space level. With this ferociousness, the time layer in you opens, and the oneness from imagination to visualization to declaration, it becomes your space, the way of existence.
The most important, Bhagavan says, being unclutched, understanding the Shaktipada, the oneness space, and chanting the Mahavakya. The Mahavakya, the power of the Mahavakya pushes you into the higher states of consciousness. Here Bhagavan himself explains how we can experience the Shaktipada, raised higher consciousness through Mahavakya.
It's one of the very important revelation by Sadashiva. All the electronic equipments work when the electrons are made to vibrate. That happens by the light. When the electricity is supplied, the light particle vibrates, the electronic equipment starts working. Just like that, the spiritual power and the umbilical cord connection, spiritual umbilical cord connection between you and me, it works with sound particle. For example, my integrity with the cosmos, Sadashiva, Mahasadashiva, it reverberates in certain level of frequency. When you are integrated to me, you also start reverberating in the same frequency. If your integrity goes down, that is when you start connecting with me only as a manager or this organization head or your Purvashram father, mother. Your connection with me goes down to the lower level if the integrity gets reduced. I was wondering, what is the way we can bring people to the higher integrity immediately and the feeling connection, so they start manifesting the powers, they start staying in the space of Sadashivatva. Sadashiva revealed a beautiful sound. I can tell you, this is like a password. At any point, if you are not able to bring yourself to oneness, you are a little shaken, disturbed, or for some reason, you are not able to bring yourself to oneness. This is like a password. You type, whether your mind feels connected or not, the energy will start flowing in you beyond the depth dimension. You see, all mind oscillation, restlessness, all mental idea based feeling connected or not feeling connected is only length, breadth, depth level, not in the space level. But this sound will straight infuse energy from the space level. Like for example, if the power goes off, automatically the generator will get switched on and the power supply will be going on. So end result will not be lost. Whether government power supply or the generator power supply, end result will not be stopped. So whenever you feel little that oneness is, you are not catching it, just feed this password. Immediately the oneness will open up and you will start manifesting the powers, energy, and the whole space will shift. It is directly from Sadashiva. It's a beautiful sound. I don't even want to say it's a mantra. It is not even a mantra because there is no meaning in it. You can't derive a meaning for it. It just flashed like a password for all the initiations I am giving. One single password for all the initiations I am giving. And the initiations I gave, I am giving, I will be giving for all that. This is like one password. Don't even repeat like a mantra. Just feed like a password and it will just open up. Your whole being will open up. Listen carefully. It starts with the vibration Om. Listen and then repeat. Om. Very deep. Om. Nithyananda. Nithyananda. Maha Sadashivoham.
So Bhagavan gave beautiful explanation of how you can be in Shaktipada. Visualize Paramashiva who has come down as Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam from Kailasha. Remembering Paramashiva in your third eye, again and again, bringing your awareness to your third eye simply makes you manifest powers. Absolute unclutching. How Bhagavan said, the neutral zone, nothing ever touches the screen. Like same way, the movie does not touch the screen, whether it is happening in ferocious or any soft, beautiful, nothing touches the screen. Be unclutched like the screen. And to experience the state of Paramashiva, your inner space being completely unclutched. Complete completion to experience the space of Paramashiva. Inside us, the complete completion happens when we are in tune with Paramashiva. That everything is redundant and irrelevant. The essence of completion is irrelevant. Nothing matters in your life because everything is complete completion. Oneness with Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, in ferocious breaking the boredom and tiredness, just being in the space of oneness with Paramashiva to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Tyaga as Paramashiva is your only strength, now declaring complete integrity with Bhagavan to experience the being of Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, chanting the Mahavakya raises your frequency and that is your only strength to manifest any reality. Being in this beautiful space of Paramashiva, you can experience such a beautiful space, state, powers, and becoming the being of Paramashiva, manifesting whatever you want. Now, you will be manifesting the powers, watching the oneness capsule, and chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. We'll be playing the Mahavakya and the oneness capsule for you to manifest powers. At end of the Mahavakya, you can start with the verification and sharing and causing. Thank you.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Verification process. No video editing or video stopped or restarted during the process. All the videos should have the timestamp and wide angle. Don't give clues or hints or during the whole process. No Bluetooth or gadgets during the manifestation. Authentically give the critical decision what happened in the past that is seen through third eye. If it is matching exactly, then give the detail about the future. Do not interpret or tamper the results that was seen through the third eye. The authenticity of the power manifestation makes it more and more clarity which you get. Thank you for manifesting the power of sharing the critical decision for each other.
Beautiful. We are at the end of the power manifestation, but most important part of the power manifestation. Here, we are going to share all that you have manifested with the social media groups. Here we have Sri Kailasha Kotyar Manifesting Power Groups. Thousands of people are part of that. And you can share there and you can post your powerful cognition and the videos. The link is tinyurl.com/power manifestation. It is at the left corner of the page. You can click on it and you can post your beautiful experience in the power manifestation group. Why sharing and causing is very important part of power manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully explains that sharing is pulling us out of delusion and causing is liberating us. We are the ones who need to start experiencing the higher states of reality, how we need to exist. Beautifully, Bhagavan explains when you are sharing with others the ultimate beautiful multidimensional logic, your brain rewires into the higher space of consciousness, the Turyatita state. Again and again, when you experience even a little bit, you share with the world, your experience becomes reality. Same thing when you cause others to come and get initiated for higher reality, you are caused into the higher purpose, the ultimate reality. Bhagavan says extreme causing, extreme power manifestation is extreme causing. So beautifully he explains how our strength is declared on Paramashiva. The power manifestation happens exactly in tune to that. And sharing with the world, continuously reiterating ourselves the experience that we had from the powerful cognition and manifesting the space of Paramashiva, the state of Paramashiva, the beings of Paramashiva, we become Paramashiva. Go on sharing and causing, which is the most important part of how you have experienced your reality. When you go to a temple, we pray and we see that beautiful experience happen in us, and then share with the world that how amazing the temple experience has manifested as your reality. Same way, when you manifest powers, when you share with the world, it becomes more and more the depth cognition of you, and you will be experiencing more powers. Even if you're manifested very small, it does not matter the quantity. Bhagavan says the quality is important. If it is authentic, please go ahead and share with the world. Do not doubt, have self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred come and block anything. Experience the ultimate in deep seeking and gratitude. Bhagavan manifest in you with a deep prayer, that asking Bhagavan to make this reality as your existential reality. With that, let's end with the Purna Mantra, thanking Bhagavan for all these great experience. We have come to the end of the power manifestation course, and we end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadashyate पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरि ओम तत्सत् सर्वं भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव पादुकार्पणमस्तु। Om Nithyanandam. Thank you for participating in the Jnana Paddhati, Nithyananda Jnana Paddhati course. Please go ahead and select more power manifestation and every day experience the ultimate reality for yourself. Nithyananda.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham